to Milwaukee. Results are in. Chosen best in fishing is Milwaukee Offshore Fishing Charters. Relax on Lake Michigan's wide open water and enjoy a true fishing adventure. At Milwaukee Offshore Fishing Charters, we have fun and catch huge king salmon and trout. We use high-tech lures and equipment to ensure the most fish every trip. We have 3 custom fishing boats that can handle large groups. Children welcome. Call now, 414-553-9800, 414-553-9800, or visit us at MilwaukeeOffshoreFishing.com. Book now.
Alrighty, folks, welcome to the 2024 Derby City Classic here in Elizabeth, Indiana at Caesars, Southern Indiana. We've got another 9-ball match starting for you between Steve Hickman and Ben Fouts. So we're going to get that. They already lagged, and Steve won the lag, so he will be up to break first in this second match of the final day here at Derby City Classic. I'm going to let them know they are ready to go. All right, give him the thumbs up. Steve ready to break. Race to 9 ball. Oh, 1 ball got kicked and went in the corner pocket. Well, besides that 6 and 8, table's pretty open. We're going to see what Ben's going to do here. Again, the only tricky part I see with this rack is the 6 and 8. If you can figure out how to break that out and maneuver that. You know, if that 2 ball went in the side, using this 1 ball would be a great opportunity to try to run into that 6 and 8, but the 2 does not go in the side, so he's going to have to figure out how he wants to attack that a little bit later on in the rack here. Played that nicely. Might just roll forward a little bit, or yeah. I can't really see the angle, but we'll see what he does. Stop shot right there. Kind of thought that might have been the shot because he can actually now take this 3, and he should miss the 5 ball. He should actually come around 2 rails, pretty natural shape from this point right here to get to the 4. I wouldn't put too much draw on this because I think you're going to run into the 5 with a little bit of draw, unless he's trying to draw out of. Yeah. He tried to, or he drew out of it. It almost looked like natural shape to come around 2 rails, but he made it, got away with it, but kicked the 5 in a spot now where he's going to have to come with a shot here. He's going to have to draw this shot and come back. Come back for it. Oh, see, he hit center ball there. And I knew center ball is going to go right back down where that put him. He had to draw out of that shot to get back up on this 5 ball. I think he can see an edge of it. I'm going to give you this view right here. Yeah, he can. Oh, he might be able to see the whole thing. So, but let's say you attack this and you do bank it and you make it. What do you have on the 6 ball? I guess the only thing you really can do is play as well. He decided to play a safe. That's not a bad option because now it's going to make Steve come up with a shot here. Either, yeah, I don't know what he's. It's not a great safe here he can play. The only safe I really see is maybe coming off the rail. Coming off the rail, sticking it right there, and attempting to maybe make the 5 ball. Make the 5 ball. If he doesn't make it, maybe use the 9 as a stopper. That way he doesn't disrupt that 6 and 8 ball. Or just ride it. Oh, see, that's exactly what I was talking about. That one right there. If it wouldn't have hit the 9 ball on the wrong side, he actually might have been pretty good. Or hit that just a little softer. Great effort though. Good shot. Because he did not disrupt that 6 and 8, so he may have sold out this shot, but then Ben's got to come with a shot to counter that one there. So very well played. Oh, Ben missed that one pretty bad. But didn't sell out. There's not really much here for Steve. I think Steve's going to bank it down towards the corner. Bring the cue ball back over here. And if anything, hit it hard enough so that if he misses, the 5 ball goes back over the center of the table. And the cue ball gets back up here against this rail and give a good distance. With that 6 ball tied up, it really kind of makes this a chess game. Okay. So now, this is why I would have actually, again, I'm not saying I'm right with it, but I would have actually banked that ball back short of the puck or try to actually make it. And if anything, come a little short, get that cue ball back up here. Because now he actually, if Ben makes this shot, it's almost natural shape to get on that, run right into that 8 and 6. So all he's got to do is make this shot. Oh, see, he would have actually broken that out perfectly. So Steve had given him the out there, and Ben just missed it, but that was natural shape to break that out. So Steve got very fortunate there to be able to be back up at the table here. And now that he is, take advantage of it. Come off the left, well, the right side of the ball as you're looking on the screen. Come back over to that rail. All right, so he decided not to flirt with the 8 to possibly get hooked behind it. I don't mind that. It just makes this shot a little more difficult. But all he's got to do, the nice part about where the 7 is, he just has to hit the center ball. Center ball makes that shot a little easier. And he missed it. And he actually left Ben in pretty good shape here. What you got to do is put some top on this. Good ball speed. He'll come off 2 rails for the 7 and the side. And then 8 down in the corner. Depending on how he finishes up on the 8, depending on where he's going to take the 9 ball. Just got to be real careful with the speed control here. Yeah, he did just fine. A little long, but that's okay because he can actually come around 3 rails now. Come around 3 rails for the... He just has to make sure he puts a little bit of right spin on this to get it down table a little bit further. A little bit of right spin, come 3 rails, get an angle on the 8 to get to the 9. That's exactly the route he wanted to go, but he would have rather gone a little further. You want to make sure you get almost to the center of the table so you got that other angle. But he's got a shot. He's still at the table. That's all that matters. Yeah, those blind pocket shots can be the worst at times. And honestly, these straight in shots, long table, can sometimes be very intimidating as well. Yeah, let's see if Steve can put a good stroke on this. He's going to have to draw straight back. And that's got the draw stroke down there. Just smooth through this. You know. Yeah. Again, like I said, those straight shots can sometimes be very intimidating on these 9-foot tables. This is going to give Ben an opportunity. I like how he's looking at it. He's going to go off the rail. Just go up and make sure that that ball is in a spot. Now, he has to be very careful when you're going off the rail. You can't hit this too hard because they spring off that rail and you're going to get so much spin on this. That's just perfect speed. Hit that very good. He would have liked to be a little farther, but hey, good execution. Nothing special on this ball. Just make sure you hit it center ball. Center ball and just make it. No need for any draw. There it is. Gives Ben a 1-0 lead, and I'm going to step out for 1 second and just... What is this guy doing? right, that was a very unfortunate ball in hand to miss that. That's tough. But he didn't. He got away. He didn't leave much for Ben. So Ben's just going to play a safe, park it behind 7 ball. Nicely done. I think he did leave Steve to kick off the short rail to at least get a good hit. Yeah, he did leave a path between 7 and 9. Did get a good hit, but obviously that safe was very well played and is going to give Ben an opportunity here. Pretty straightforward rack here. This shot here is going to be key. He's got to try to get up table a little bit to maybe get a 4 in the side. Came a little further than he wanted to, but I tell you what, he's happy with that to get above that 4 ball just like that. So he can actually come off the just center ball, bring it down table and come straight back up. Just like that. But he hit that a little too hard unless he gets a good kick. Well, he got the correct kick, but unfortunately he's close to his work right here, and he had that coming at the perfect angle, but unfortunately that's unfortunate for Ben there, but that gives Steve an opportunity now to get his first game on the board. The next 4 balls here. Can't see how deep it is in the pocket. Obviously, looking at the overhead, it looks pretty deep, but so he's going to come off the right side of the ball or draw. Is he drawing out of it? Okay, that's perfect. He wanted to get as straight as he could on this 6 ball with a little bit of an angle, and that's absolutely perfect right there. Absolutely perfect. Just put a little bit of, you could center. I'd put a little bit of top on this to float down just a little bit, so you don't have that much of an angle on the 7 ball to get on the 9. Just like that. A little further than I would have liked, because now you got the outside angle away from the 9, but I think he still should be okay. Which, as you can see, he's thinking about this a little more now because he went down just a little too far. He's going to try to draw out of this and come 2 rails. That's a tougher shot. Well, hey, he's still at the table. But that's why you definitely didn't want to get much further down the table. You wanted to just roll forward a little bit on that 6 ball to get just a slight angle on that 7. But he still has a shot here. He's just got to bear down, center ball, and put it in the pocket. Well, he got fortunate and overcut it and put that 9 ball down in a spot where this is makeable. It's makeable. But he put a lot of distance between them. And Ben knows he just has to cut this ball. Don't put any spin in it because you come straight back up table. Just like that. Nice shot, and that gives Ben a 2-0 lead over Steve. Race to 9. All right, rack number 3. About to start. Been breaking a winner break format here. Oh, nice cut break, and he actually made 3 balls on the break. Unfortunately, doesn't have a great opening shot to make the 2 ball. I think he's got a good opportunity to play a pretty decent safe on Steve. Yep, take the 2 ball straight down there. If he's gonna try to make this ball, I don't see the value of trying to make this ball because of no leave on the 3. I would have liked to see him play a safe there. Just push that 2 ball down table towards the second diamond and get it down on the end rail, and maybe tried to hid the cue ball behind the 3. Oh, I can't speak this morning. Sorry, folks. Well, with that being said, wow. I was just saying, with that being said, it's going to make Steve come up with a shot, and wow, how good did he hit that one? Center hole. Drew straight back cross table and came out in perfect position. Now with this angle here, I would just draw out of this shot. Not a lot of draw, but draw out of it. You'll actually run into the 9 ball, push the 9 ball towards the side pocket a little bit more. You're going to run into the 9. There's no doubt. I'm looking straight down it. There's no doubt you're going to run into the 9. So you want to draw it with a little bit of pace. Not a ton, but just enough to draw back and run into the 9. Use the 9 as a stopper. Ooh. So he cheated that pocket and drew out of that. If I would have known he could have done that, and yeah, I would have just stopped it right there. So he came back pretty straight, so he must have thrown that ball. Straight draw, he would have actually gone right to the 9, but that he hit that good too. Just hit a little bit too good. It's nice on the end rail, so you just gotta pocket this ball is all you need to do. And I was about to say it, he did. Well, unfortunately, good news and bad news. He didn't make the shot, but he did not leave a shot. No jump cues here at Derby, so Ben, unless you're going to use your jump cue or your break cue, full cue break cue is legal to jump, but I would not recommend it here because that ball being so far in the pocket and you have to go over the 7 ball. So he's going to be kicking at this one. The ball is pretty deep in the pocket, so he's got to aim at actually making this. That's, wow, very nicely done. I don't know if that 5 ball goes past the 9 or not. I think he might be taking it up table, unless it goes past. Oh, it does go past the 9. All right, very nice. Oh yeah, if I would have given you this angle here, we could have seen that it definitely went past the 9. Overhead made it look like it was a little tight. There was plenty of room. It's like running a hot dog down a hallway. Plenty of room. Oh. And he laughs at himself for that. He got down and very quickly stroked at that one and tapping his leg like, shoot, that one got away from me. Alrighty, I think this is going to give Steve his first game on the board. And tell you what, this is the hardest games are the first ones and the last one. So get this one out of the way. And there it is. Now he's on the board. Now I think he's feeling ready to go here. right, Steve won that game, so he is up to break. In rack number 4. All right, dry break by Steve. Give Ben an opportunity here. Obviously, he doesn't have a shot on the one ball. I think he can see it, though, to play attempt to play a safe. All right, so he attempted to play a safe. Came up a little short. He was trying to hide the cue ball behind that 6, but unfortunately did not get there. Left the full ball for Steve. Steve, I'm assuming, is just going to play a safe. Well, that worked out. Obviously, he would have liked to hide the cue ball, but did not leave him a shot. Ben is going to try to hide the cue ball behind the 2 and just rolled it out a little bit too much there. Well, I tell you, listening to that shot and watching it, that was close to a double hit, but not my place. But again, I'm looking at it from a distance, so it might not have been. It's got to. Here's the thing: you see that magic rack, how it's laying over the edge of the table. If someone wanted to be a jerk, if that cue hits that magic rack with it hanging over the edge, they could technically call a foul. Oh, he overcut that. Oh, he got great on up for the 3. I think he was so worried about getting good on that 3 ball, which he did. And even if he would have made it, I still think he would have gotten up in that slot. So he would have been just fine. Oh. Ben wanted to use a little spin to make sure he came back straight back up the table. And unfortunately, he didn't. He didn't make the shot. He was worried about getting back up table. And it's a good thing he didn't make that shot, because I think even if he would have made that shot, he would have been that far up table regardless. Maybe not in that same position, but hit that a little hard. All right, so let's see what Steve wants to do. If he wants to be aggressive or if he's just going to play a safe. Oh, nice shot. Wow, made that look easy. But the 8 ball, I think, got in the way. Maybe not. Again, I apologize. Sometimes from looking at the screen in the middle of the booth here, sometimes the angles look a little different, and I don't think a ball will go. But then once you're up at the table, it's pretty plain as day that it does go. But it looks like he's hitting his straight on, so I think he's playing a safe. Just hiding the cue ball behind the 8. He had a lot of balls there. He got away with it. He had a lot of balls to hide behind, so I like how he played that. He did leave the end rail kick, so Ben could just do a kick and stop here. Try to get the 3 ball. Yep, right back up table there. Carry him off to 6. And Ben waves like he's like, yeah, I got a break there, or a roll, but he actually didn't, because he left that kick off the 6 actually left a clear path for Steve, that if he wanted to be aggressive, he could actually try to bank this ball back. Pocket speed. And if he misses, he could hide the cue ball behind the 5 ball. Yes, that's why I like it pocket speed. I like it pocket speed, so then that way this kind of thing doesn't happen. So he might have been able to hold the cue ball right near the 5 with pocket speed. So it's going to leave Ben an opportunity. He's going to run. I'd use the 8 ball as a stopper. I wouldn't try to draw out of this, because then if you miss the 8 ball, you're going to bring the there you go. Perfect. Use that 8 ball as a stopper. At least give him a pretty good shot on this. Now he's going to run into the 6 ball, so I wouldn't hit this too hard. Okay. Unfortunately, he got a bad kick on that it double kissed the cue ball and didn't bring the cue ball back down table. If he'd have brought if it wouldn't have double kissed and brought the cue ball back, he would have actually been down closer to the 5 and been able to draw this ball out. But since he didn't, he had to come back up and down table like such, and unfortunately missed that shot. So the good news is, with this shot here, that 9 ball being right there makes this shot a little tougher, because if you'd like to come back up and down table, but with that 9 ball being right there, you're going to have to put a little spin on this ball, maybe a half a tip of right of spin, to miss the 9 ball to come back up table. Then you have to make sure that you don't get behind the 8. So this is a touchy shot. He could go the other way with a little right spin, but then you got the scratch. You got the scratch in play, just like that, unfortunately. Yeah, that's just as I was excuse me. Just as I was saying, the scratch comes in play going to the opposite side. That's unfortunately what happened. So Ben just wants to leave himself a little angle here. Don't draw out of this okay, if you drew out of out, or I like to come down table a little bit further. I think he'll still be fine here. Okay. Well, he has a shot here. He would have preferred to play the 7 in the other corner that he's lower left corner as you're looking at the screen, but he got what he got, so put a little bit of right spin on this, cut the ball. Just got to make sure you overcut this ball. That's going to scratch. Yep. Yeah, he just didn't put enough right spin on that. So it's going to give Steve a great opportunity to tie this score up right now. 2-2. Ball in hand with 2 balls left on the table. All right, good use of the rail, a little bit of spin. Give him a nice easy shot on the 9 ball here. right, Steve just tied it up, 2-2. And I will be back shortly. All right, back in the saddle again. As you can see with Steve missing that shot, going to give Ben good opportunity. He got a little straight on this, but all he's got to do is he's got a little angle, put some top on it, or actually he could come straight back on it. Straight back for the 7 in the side. Just like that. Perfect. Give this looker here. Oh, he would have liked to be a little further down, but he can come straight back across table for the 8 up in the corner. Or draw it down. Looks like he's drawing it down. Oh, you can still go 8 in the side. Come around 2 rails for the 9 ball. He just had to come 1 rail. That's a trickier shot. I would have just put some top on that and maybe come 2 rails. But again, the angles look so different here on the screen than they do actually standing at the table. So, but again, you're going to a blind pocket now, which makes this shot even tougher. And left it in the pocket. All right, that's going to give Steve. That's going to give Steve a 1-game lead. Race to 9. With Steve breaking. All right, so Ben's going to go take a break real quick, and he's going to go to the. Yep, he just told me he wants to take a break to head to the restroom, so we'll wait for his return. All right, Steve just came over and said, yeah, I didn't expect to wake up and be on TV. I'm playing like a donkey. He's like, you don't have to air this. You know, that's the best thing. Just keep lighthearted about it. It is what it is. You know, just. All right. Well, dry break. It's going to leave Ben an opportunity here. I don't think he's going to want to go for this. I mean, he would have natural shape, but with that 4 ball down there, I tell you, that's so looking at it from this way here, that 4 ball makes it a very small pocket. So I would just run in that 1 ball, stick the cue ball up right behind the 3 ball there, because then you're bringing that 1 ball down table a little bit. And if you get ball in hand, just like that. I would have not to like to have that on the rail, because unfortunately, let's say he does get ball in hand. What do you do from there? I'd like to hit that ball straight on to bring it straight back down table and get it right up on that 3 ball and leave that. Well, good hit. Good hit by Steve. And he did not sell out, I don't think. I don't know if that 1 ball goes past or not. even if it does go past, that's going to be so tough to get on this 2-ball because the 3-ball is there, the 6-ball is there. Let's see what he does here. See if it does go past. Well, he decided to try to play a safe here. Well, the one good news is he didn't leave an easy shot, and he tied up the 3-ball. The bad news is he gave him full ball. In case Steve wanted to attempt to try to play a safe here. So he could play a 2-way shot here. He could try to make the 1 in that corner by the 2. Run up on the 4-ball, just like that. But hit that pocket speed, though. If you hit that pocket speed, you might have a good chance of hiding behind that 9 in the 2-ball. So 1 in the side, draw back with a 2. But again, now that 3-ball is not. Yeah, see, he wanted to give it a lot more right spin and actually come up 2 rails, and he could have possibly maybe broken into that. Or he's going to try to, oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, I thought it was going in. Thought it was going in. Now, depending on where, can he, yeah, it looks like it's inside that outer point. So he can actually hit the left side of this, drift down for the 4-ball. You just don't want to get straight on this 4. If you leave a little angle on the 4, then you get up table for the 5. Perfect. Perfect. Well, he's almost at the well, actually, he's going to have to spin. I'd spin out 2 rails, come up. Looks like he's putting right on it. Oh, he did exactly what I thought he could do. But he would have liked to come up a little higher on that. You know, he's just got to be careful of this 7-ball. He should miss the 7-ball, but he just has to be. Oh, he's good. Oh, he spun out of that. Nice shot. If he gets over. So to avoid that 7-ball, he just drew out of that, came straight across table, came back over. He should be just fine here. Center ball, come back across the table, just like that. And he grabs the bridge right away. Nope. Yep, he's going to grab the bridge. 9-foot tables. All right, so what he wants to look at is bringing that cue ball about where it's at right now, a little bit further, so he's got an angle or straight in for the 8 to roll down for the 9 in the opposite corner. Or come all the way down table for the 8 in the side. That's perfectly fine as well. I like that shot because it takes out all the question of if you got the right angle or not. So I like that shot. All you got to do is roll forward on this. Take the 8-ball in the lower left corner pocket. And there it is. If Steve makes this, he'll go up 2 games. There it is. On that one there, my only suggestion is just put middle ball in that. Take out all the possible spin on put and draw on that ball. Just make that ball center ball. Put it in the hole. You're not going to scratch, but some people are comfortable with the draw. Just sometimes you put a little inadvertent spin on that you don't mean to do. All right, 4-2 on the rack number 7. Steve in the lead by 2 games. All right, our next match on this final day is at 1 o'clock. But I think the way this is going, this is a battle. I think the way this is going, that probably going to be a little bit past that 1 o'clock mark. But we're used to that. All right, big break by Steve. And Ben not having a shot, opting for a safe. If that ball rolls a little further, which it does, he can see the edge of the one. Oh, I tell you, he could try to make this if he wanted to, but I don't know if I would. I don't know if it's worth it. I would almost just come off the left side of the one and maybe try to use the 2 and or the 3 and 4 as hiders, or I should. Oh, he came out. Tried to come off the back. Oh, scratching. Oh, it's not what he wanted. I like what he was thinking about doing, coming off the backside and maybe do a kick and stop right there. But this is now going to give Ben an opportunity to make sure that you don't draw this back too much and get hidden by the 4, or too much and not have a shot. Yeah. That's all I was afraid of. I saw all that draw on the ball. Oh, I'm sorry. Man, that 2 ball was right in my way. I didn't have the overhead view. Okay. I was completely wrong there. Oh. It's a hell of a try. Yeah, that 2 ball is right hidden right by the middle part of the booth here. I wasn't looking at the overhead, so I didn't even see that 2 ball sitting there. So that's why he had to draw on it, but he just a little too much draw. Uh-oh, watch out 4 ball. Watch out 4 ball. Watch out 4 ball. He got away with it. Oh, I actually would just stop shot right there. Stop shot. Take the 4 in the side and just roll down. Pretty good. I like that angle better, because now you can come off the long rail. Just put some top on it, come off the long rail. That way you know you have better control. Get to a good spot that you can then pocket the 7 and come around for the 9. He might just float down without hitting the rail. Yep, he did. He had the correct angle to do either or. He felt more comfortable just not hitting the rail. So now he either comes 2 rails, back up for the 7 in the opposite corner, or he just floats forward and take the 9 up. But I would come around 2 rails just to make it easier. Or looks like he might be drawn out of this, come back to 9 in the same pocket. That's the problem you run into, is if you don't stroke it good enough. That's why I like the 2 rail. Put top on it. 2 rail, come around. Draw is the most inconsistent English in pool. And if you don't get it correctly, you can end up short like this. He's coming up the two rails. He had the perfect angle to just come up over and off to the side over there, but now he's trying to decide if he wants to try to bank this or cut it, or not quite sure what he's going to do here. Maybe bank it and try to use the speed to get in the center of the table if you don't. Wow, he drills it. Wow, nice shot. Great shot. That puts Steve up 3 games, 5-2 over Ben. Race to 9. Here at the 2024 Derby City Classic in Elizabeth, Indiana at Caesars, Southern Indiana. Rack number 8 coming your way. All right, here we go. Rack number 8 is underway. So he tried to go with a little softer break. Actually spread him out good. Don't see a whole lot. There's nothing really tied up here. So Ben can take this one ball. He's got to be careful, though. I think he's going to come to the back side of the 6, so he might want to just put a little right spin and maybe use the 6 as a stopper so he doesn't have a huge angle on the 2. Yeah, see, it's... All right, so that must have been more of an angle than I thought because he didn't even come close to the 6. He would have liked to be straight over on this 2 ball. If he was straight, it'd be a much easier shot because now he's going to have to come back across table. Oh, yeah, he's trying to hold it up high for the 3 ball. He got away with it. A 2 ball doesn't go in. Two ball doesn't go in past the 4. Not quite sure what Steve is going to end up doing here. It's looking at the overhead. Looks a little tough for a set. He could carry him off the right side of the 2, the left as you're looking at the screen. Come around 2 rails and get over by the 5 ball and put the 2 ball. Try to use the 4 and 6 as hiders, or even try to come up around and hide the cue ball behind the 3 and 8. But I think the angle he's going at here, he might have a better chance. If he puts a little spin on it and actually contacts more of the 2 ball, he could get down behind the 3 and 8. He's in a tough spot, though, because this is a very, very touchy shot with just like that. Actually, no, he left it. He left it. Actually, it was a good shot. Just a little less speed would have been perfect because he had the 4 and the 9 as the hider balls. I like the shot. So Ben just has to be careful here because this 8 ball, he's going to be hitting the 8 ball. He wants to hit this hard enough to clear the 8 away from the 5 because it's going to be going down by the 5. So he wants to make sure it doesn't tie up. That's what I was afraid of. That's what I was afraid of. So it looks like he was pointing that if he gets on that rail, the long rail, I think he needed, excuse me, I think he needed to be on that rail. To make sure that he does not hit the 8 first. So I know Steve came over to look at it. I don't know what Ben is going to. So I think he's just going straight at it and going to try to play it safe here. Yep. Good save. Good save. Didn't leave it wide open. Yeah, he left the full ball, but did not leave a straight in shot or even a make. I'm not going to say it's not makeable because it can be banked up in this corner and the side. I don't think the side. You get a double kiss on the side, but I think he's just going to play it up in this corner, and if he makes it, he makes it. If not, he's just going to stick it. That's a good shot. He didn't really have much there, so I think he did the best he could with what he had. So I think he would have preferred if that ball would have stuck on the rail, but still very well done. He was trying to just get enough speed to hide the cue ball behind the 7 and maybe the 5 by the 6, but unfortunately hit that a little too hard. Just going to give Steve a good look here at making this 5 come out for the 6. I mean, everything's pretty much in place here. All he's got to do is make the shots, and he should have another game under his belt. Easier said than done, though. You're playing in the Derby City Classic. There's nothing easy about this. So he's looking at he kind of did a little bit of a smirk there because he's not straight in, but he's got the wrong angle. He's going to have to punch this ball pretty hard to get it up and down. So I'm saying he's probably going to draw this and try to punch it over a little bit. Oh, beautiful. Just got to be careful of the side pocket. All right, played that pretty well. And now he's got to come up with another shot here so he's going to draw out of this. He's got to be careful, though, to come back across the side. Yep, hit that good. The only thing he had to be careful was coming back cross side and possibly scratching the side pocket with all that draw on it, but hit it good. So now just a little bit of draw here. Make it pocket speed. The ball will come right back out. Give you a shot in the opposite side pocket, just like that. All right, this is going to give Steve a 6-2 lead over Ben. In the second match here of the 2024 Derby City Classic. Final day for us here at Outer Point Streaming. But from what I heard from the tournament director is that it might be a late one, folks, because they got to get 5 rounds of 9-ball in so that they're only bringing back roughly about 30 players tomorrow, and they will all be downstairs. But with that being said, tournament director did inform me that they got us some pretty good matches coming up here. Victor Zelensky is coming up here. Will be up here on our table. That'll be a fun match to watch. All right, again, he went with a little softer break this time, not as hard. Didn't make anything, but didn't leave a whole ton for Ben. So we will get you the overhead view here, and I'm going to look up a couple things, and I'll be back in a minute. Enjoy. been attempting to get us safe there. Unfortunately, he left the one ball. He left it in a perfect spot for Steve to get on this two ball. Used a couple rails there, but made it. Oh, good. Oh, I missed that two ball. Oh, Ben. He wanted to draw that back, but he hit that so hard. The problem is you hit that ball so hard with draw. The ball slides so much before the draw takes that sometimes it doesn't take at all. People understand this. The softer you hit that ball with spin, the more you're going to get draw back. Just smooth through that ball. You hit that ball so hard, it slides the whole way there before the spin takes. So he's not happy with that result. All right, Steve coming off the rail there. He's going to draw a draw out of this, probably running in the 7. I don't mind that, but again, if the little bit that you can, or the least amount of times you can move balls, the better. He got away with it, but if he could have rolled forward on that and taken that in the side pocket, but he actually got a good angle here. He's going to draw to this one, probably come to the long rail and come back over. Yep. Hit that very nice. Hit that very nice to get back into shape. So I'll probably come down table. Just put some draw on this, come back to the middle of the table. Below the 7 ball. Take the 7 ball on the side or the corner. And I have a feeling he's probably going to go in the side pocket. But he's got to be careful. He's got to figure the speed on this because it is going to be traveling towards the 8 ball. He wants to try to make sure he misses the 8 ball, comes around it for possibly up in the, take the 8 ball in the upper right corner as you're looking at the screen. Yep, just like that. Missed the 8 ball, come around. Perfect. Got the great angle. Good angle on the 8 ball. He's not straight in. All he's got to do is pocket this, stun it straight over. Oh, he's going to draw this. Okay, so he basically he stunned it over, but he was aiming way low on the cue, or on the cue ball when he was taking his practice strokes. So I thought he was going to draw out of that, but he did put a little draw on it, but just to stun it over. Good result. Now he's just got to focus and. There it is. All right. Steve goes up 7-2 in a race to 9. We're on a racket number 10, folks. All right, Steve to break in rack number 10. All right, rack number 10 on the way. Nice cut break. You actually got a couple kicks. Kick the 7 ball in. He's got a shot on the 1. Got a shot on the 1, but got to be very careful with this, with the 2 ball, though, because he's got to put a little pace on this to make sure he makes this ball. So the one thing he could do is he's off the rail enough. I think he could put some low left on it, come around 2 rails, come around backside of it. Or hit it center ball and come straight down table, maybe run right into the 5 ball. That might be a better option. Come straight back down table, try to run into that 5 ball. Or if you don't run into the 5 ball, okay, ran into the 2 ball. I think he hit too much ball on that. All right, well, this is going to give Ben an opportunity. And now that 2 ball's in a much better spot for Ben. So he wants to make sure he comes down and leaves an angle on that 2 so he can get over here on the 4 ball. Or 3 ball, I'm sorry, 3 ball. And then again, leave an angle on the 3 to come over for the 4. So, perfect. I like the angle. A little closer than he wanted. It makes it a little tougher to hold it for this 3. He should be fine, though. Oh, yeah. Oh. Gosh, I was actually looking at the cue ball. I thought that ball went in. I was looking at the cue ball going, he's perfect shape, but oh, he rattled it. Wow, I was really shocked. I thought that ball went in. Wow, nice shot, but unfortunately, oh, yeah, he did. He's able to see it. Wow, nicely done. All right, so he does, this 4 ball does go. And perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Hit that good. So the angle he has on this, it looks like he might have to come. I don't know if he can. Oh, he's going to draw it. He's going to try to hold it. Oh, see, I thought he was drawing it the way that he addressed the cue ball. I think center ball would have been just fine on that. It would actually come straight over to the long rail and come straight out. Unfortunately, these diamond tables, you got to watch it because they will bite you. They will bite you and they'll spit that ball right back out right at you. Oh, is he trying for a safe there? No, I don't think he was trying to save it. I think he was trying to go for that ball. It was hard to tell. I couldn't tell if he was trying to play a safe or if he just missed that ball. was looking at the table, and I didn't look at the overhead to see how where he missed that ball, but it looked like he overcut it pretty bad. I think he was trying to make it. Good part about it is he didn't really leave Steve a whole heck of a lot here. I honestly would come off the right side of that 5 ball and just try to put the 5 ball right by the 8 and leave the cue ball on the other side of the table about the same spot just to make it tough. Try to bank it the other way. Yeah, or that. Either one. I mean, he just doesn't want it to come out too far. Hey, he should be fine. So he went with the method of getting the distance on the balls, which that works as well. Because this is not an easy shot. The thing about it is, if he tries cutting this into the side, into the pocket, the corner pocket, the leave wasn't going to be the best. So that'd be a tough shot right there. Yeah, you're gonna scratch on that if you try to cut that 6 ball all the way down. So I was concerned about that leave if he tried cutting it in that corner. Almost left the same exact shot the opposite way. So now if I were Steve, same thing here. I'd go off the left side. Well, the bottom side as you're looking. I'd go off the left side of the 5. Try to hide the cue ball behind the 9 and actually just get the cue ball or the 5 ball. Yep, right up there. Just like that. Almost got it. Almost hit the cue ball behind the 8. But what I like about this is there's really not a whole lot that Ben can do with this. I do see, and if you try to come off the face of the 5 to try to play a safe, you might scratch. So Ben's got to come up with something here. Very nicely done. I like it. I see a safe coming here from Steve. And he's just going to hit the left side of the 5, bring the cue ball back out behind the 8 ball. Just hit it real soft. Yeah, he had to hit that real soft. That was the idea that he tried, but he had to hit that softer. So now Ben, just make this center ball. Center ball. The cue ball is going to come cross table. He's putting draw on this. Oh, he tried to bank it. Oh, aggressive. I think he could have cut that ball all the way down, come straight across table back, right in line with for the 6 ball. And then possibly, like, let's just say he didn't make it, he could have gotten a chance to hide that cue ball behind the 6 and 8. I don't mind the aggressiveness, too, of the bank, but the problem is you don't make it, and you hit it that hard, you sell out. If he wouldn't have hit it that hard, he could have placed the 5 ball in the middle of the table and made this a little tougher. Well, this doesn't look like anybody wants to make this 5 ball here. Been on the table for a bit. All right. Good opportunity for Ben here to get another one on the board. This is tough here though. This can probably come around 2, possibly 3 rails. So no, 1 rail. It's gonna come back down. Oh, that's not. I would have rather seen him come around 2 rails with that shot. Come below that 8 ball. He tried to put some inside English on it and hold it. That's tough, especially if you don't. If he would have hit that a little harder, he obviously would have been okay. But unfortunately, with that speed, oh boy. Well, that's going to leave Steve a shot. But again, we go back to long table, 9-foot tables. You're playing at the Derby. These are not the easiest of shots. And he drills it. Drills it, but left himself a blind pocket cut. I'll give you this angle here to look at. And show you what he's looking at. This shot is makeable. It's definitely makeable. You have to be careful of the scratch. So you have to draw this a little bit. Problem is when you draw this is when these blind pockets, sometimes you don't cut them enough. Just like that. You don't cut them enough, and that's what happens. Now, he got away with it because that ball happened to hit the outer point, the or the short rail outer point first, and then kicked over to the center of the table. So he got away with this to make this a little tougher shot. Not that this can't be made, just makes it a little tougher. And Ben puts it down, put another one on the board, 7-3. Steve with a 4-game lead. And Ben to break. Race to 9. So Steve needs 2 more, and Ben needs 6. Rack number 11 is underway. Dry break by Ben. Did leave a shot for Steve on the 1 ball. It's not a great angle to come at the 2, but he can get there. Oh, he hit that. He hit that too good with draw. He would have liked to just come down just a tad bit on that one instead of coming all the way down. Unfortunately, now that 3 ball I think is in the way. Oh, I think not. Wow, good shot. That's why it looks a little different on the screen. It looked like that 3 ball was in the way, but actually, if I would have given you this view over here, we probably could have seen that it was cleared for takeoff. And there are no jump cues allowed here at Derby City for 9 ball. I don't think for any event. So everything's got to get kicked. And that's why I have not been able to ever say, get ready for Flight 101. And again, the blind pocket. The blind pocket withdraw, a lot of times you don't cut those enough. Happens to me all the time. The blind pocket, they're hard. They're harder than it looks. And you think, uh-oh. Yeah, he's not going to be happy. He hooked himself on the 7 ball. He will be kicking at this one. The good part about this is that 5 ball is tough. Very nicely done. That was a very good shot by Ben. Got a good hit. Placed the cue ball down at the other end of the table and put the 4 ball right in almost the center of the table, almost on the end rail. That's ideal right there. you got to kick at something, try to kick it and give distance. So it's going to leak out. Yeah, it leaked out a little too much. So now this is going to give Ben a good opportunity to just, all he's got to do is make this 4-ball and concentrate on the speed. That pointed to about where, so he needs to get backed up to just maybe a ball above where the 4-ball is right now. So just make this center ball perfect. I'm seeing ways get perfect. Now just concentrate on your speed. I think that might be good, but that might be a little too hard. Yep. Yeah, as soon as he hit it and I saw it coming off the ball, I was looking straight down the barrel of it. I figured that was going to be just a little too hard. So Ben's kicking at this one. Got a good hit and don't know if he got away with it or not. Looking at it from this view. Yeah. I think Steve can see that ball. Yep. Sure could. All right. I honestly would just go forward a little bit on this ball. Not very much. Take the 7 in the side. Come up table a little bit. 8 in the corner. Same as where the 6 ball is going right now. Wow. All right, well, he came back off of that 7 ball, but I'm not sure I would recommend that at home just because he got away with it, I think. But now he's stretching. He's got to make sure that he gets a good angle on this 8 ball. He could have just rolled forward a little bit, taken a 7 in the side, and had natural shape on all of his shots to get to the 9 ball. But again, I am looking at it on the screen, and it could have been a little different angle. And he's drawing this one too. I don't know if I would have. Steve likes to draw to come off the side rail shots. It's a good shot to have in your tool bag, but like in that particular one, I don't know if I would have used it. Just because it would have been natural shape if you just make the ball, I think you would have been fine actually coming up 2 rails for the 8 in the corner. I'd like to cut in the side, except the fact that you're going to be taking the cue ball. Right? Pocket speed, he might be okay. But if you hit it too hard, that cue ball is going to be going down by the end rail. The ideal shot right here would be banking it, but if you don't make it, it could be a sellout. Yeah, just drill it. Just drill it. Good shot. And to get good shape on it, that's the shot that was needed. And he made it. All right, that puts Steve on the hill, 8-3, 5 games in front of Ben. All right, rack number 12 is on its way. And that looks like a dry break. Left the cue ball on the other end of the table, so Ben's going to have a decision here to make, and I'm assuming a safe is coming. Or a push out, whichever one he feels he wants to do. Or just make the shot. Wow, nice shot. But the problem is, that's what I was kind of figuring, is that there wasn't going to get much shape on it. He might be able to see the edge of the two for a safe. Yep, he sure could. He gets behind that 9 ball. No, just came a little short. All right, Steve returning the favor with a save, but and Ben taps the table saying good shot because it was. Buried him. He's either going to have to kick off the same rail that Keith just took that, Keith just took that safe off of, or he's going to have to come across table. It looks like he's going the same route. But this is going to be tough. All he wants to definitely just get a hit here. Oh, just hit that so hard he shortened it up, unfortunately, for Ben. So the only saving grace is that Keith or Steve is going to have to get to the bottom side of that 3, and there's not many pockets available. He did good about getting below it, but he came up just a little short because I don't think the 3 ball goes on this side. Oh, maybe it does. All right, we will find out. Okay, it went in the side. Great shot. Again, looking at my angle here on the screen, did not look like it went, but it had plenty of room. Very nicely done. Sorry, I forgot to mute my mic. Sorry for that clearing of my throat there. I was actually working on getting the next set up and. All right, so he got on the wrong side of this 6 ball. So he's going to have to come around 3 rails and just be careful not to scratch. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 7 balls down there. Oh, just make this. Just make it float over. Oh, all right. Oh, I thought he was going to really get into that. Very nice shot. Now he's got the perfect angle to float up for the 8. Leave a angle on the 8 to come down for the 9 ball. All right, so he decided to draw on that and bring it to the other side of the 8. Now he could just hit this center ball and come straight back down table. So a perfect spot to just center ball. I would not put any spin on this. I would just center ball. It'll come straight back down table. Just like that. Alrighty, folks. This might do it for this match. Steve is on the hill and on the 9 ball. He puts us down. He wins this match and moves on to see another day. Just be careful of the scratch here. And there it is. Alrighty. Thank you all for tuning in here to either Inside Pool Magazine or Outer Point Streaming. I am Brian Hallelujah Hollenbeck, and I'm getting set up for our next match ready to come up. We are out.